Yes, Reds, how are we? We are back. Merry Christmas. And obviously for the next 2 days coming up, Happy New Year. But look, sorry, we've had a few days off, Christmas, eating loads of gear as well. You know how it is. You get a bit lazy, people travelling and what have you. But I hope you are all good. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe. I'm sure all the viewers will start jumping in now. Rick, Merry Christmas.
You too, mate, and Mark and Andy as well. But yeah, no, it's good, mate. Good couple of days off. And not talking about the shit that we've had to watch. So time to refresh and go again for the second half of the season now, and it's starting Thursday for us.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a good show, Rick. Fucking you invited the Grinch on.
Yeah, well, mate, listen, I probably won't be the worst one on here when we get into it.
Okay, now, Mark, how are we, lad? Happy Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, lad. Yeah, good. Got a lot to talk about, haven't we? We've had a bit of a break, so let's get into it.
Yeah, and Andy, been a while. Hope you're good. I know it's obviously you had a bit of time out, and which is fair enough. Obviously, we won't go into details on that. But obviously, I hope you're well. Hope the family's good. Merry Christmas. Hope you're not like Mr. Grinch in the top right corner.
I'm worse than Mr. Grinch. Nah.
Yeah, you fucking are, lad.
Merry Christmas, lads. Hope you've all had a good one. And, tomorrow's a start, 2026. Let's hope it's going to be a better calendar year for us in terms of results, performances and stuff like that. You've always got to try and be positive, and let's hopefully...
I'm all out again.
Let's hopefully start New Year's Day with a good win, but more importantly, a good performance.
Well, this is it. Look, boys, when was I think the last time we were on, if I'm not mistaken, Rick, was it Spurs?
Yeah.
Okay, so what game did we miss in between then?
No, we done a Spurs preview, and that was the last thing we did.
Yeah. And what games have we missed? Because there's been a fair few games. I can't remember them all. So we've just had the Wolves game.
That's the only game we missed, I think, Wolves.
Yeah, it's Wolves.
Dick, how are we, lads? How are we? Merry Christmas. Same to you, Callum, as well, as always. But look, if you just joined us, smash a like, subscribe, Red. All right, let's go into it then. Obviously, the Spurs was the last one. We'll go straight into the Wolves game. Rick, before I do it, shout out to Mark. Merry Christmas, lad, and Happy New Year coming up. Rick, 2-0. Gravenberch again, Rick, is getting a few goals this year, which is positive to see. But look, what you make of the 2-0 win? I know there's a bit of mixed reviews.
2-1.
Oh, 2-1, sorry. I don't know why I'm saying 2-0. Fucking no, we're not that good yet. I've zoned out at that when that goal came in. No, but look, Rick, there's a bit of mixed reviews, isn't it? Some people are happy with it. Some people are a bit unsure with the performances. Where are you at with it? Because at the end of the day, we've gone through that shit phase. We're starting to pick up a few wins. It's not all fucking rosy, but it's a little start, isn't it?
Oh. See, I'm going to be negative and say no. I think we've been shit. I think we were good for 10 minutes against Wolves and we got 2 goals in that quick period there. We can't control the game of football. And I'm not having people say, and this is directed at you, Adam, because you're both coming on here as well.
Yes.
3 points is not fucking 3 points. I don't care what anyone says. It's not. Listen, I'm happy we get 3 points. But the performances are fucking awful. It's hoof the ball up the field because we can't take a little bit of pressure from teams. Wolves, listen, 2 points Wolves are on. Haven't won a game all season, and they were unlucky not to come away with a point. It's just, we're just embarrassing. I get steadying the ship. He's not steadying the ship, is he? Because we're scraping by. That's not steadying the ship. Steadying the ship is getting a comfortable 3 points, controlling games for majority of it. We're not. So I don't get this steadying the ship. I'm bored of him. I'm like, do you know what? It's so negative watching us play. You see other teams and you witness them playing decent football. They're coached very well. And then you have to watch us. And it just brings you down.
Mark, look, it's brought a few mixed reviews. I get what Rick's saying. I think what Adam was talking about today is steadying the ship, as in we're not getting beat. But look, there's for me, Mark, I was saying it before to people, 1 or 2 or 3 games you can look off, and that's fair enough. But you can't keep. We've looked off 90%, 95% of the season, Mark. And my problem is we've got to start showing some identity. So I can deal with the 6 games we've had up to now. But Andy mentioned, let's start the new year positive. The games have got to start changing.
Yeah, because, we never even touched on the Spurs game. We're touching on the Wolves game, but I want to touch on the Spurs game. That last 10 minutes was a disgrace. 10 men. And then they went down to 9 men. It looked like it was the other way around. We played better when we got beat 2-1 there and we had 9 men. That's how bad we were there. They scored a goal, these teams, and we seem to flap it, and I don't understand why. They got that goal the other day, Wolves, and then you're like, where's the control? There's no control in and you're talking about with league champions here. Some of them are 2 times, some of them are European champions. There's one there that's a World Cup winner. Where's your professionalism in the game? I don't get it. It's just, I'm just not. I've just said there that, we need the results. We've got them. But in the mix of that, you want to start seeing good performances, start coming in to match the results. Because this is, it's not sustainable. Because the next 3 games are tough. Leeds, Fulham, Arsenal. You could potentially come away with no points there. That's how tough these games are, the way we're playing.
It is. I understand it. Andy, one thing, you've been vocal on. I know you have. You admit it online, You don't bullshit around it. And, I've been ashamed of it. The football hasn't been great. And it's not just these 6 games, and it goes back fucking way longer than that. Liverpool have to improve. Come the turn of the year, though, you want to start seeing better performances. I don't know what our identity is, and that's the biggest problem for me. So, like, when people think we've turned the corner with regards to results, but we've not turned the corner with regards to on the eye. And on the eye, you'd be ridiculous if you weren't worried, wouldn't you? Let's be honest, you would be. If you weren't worried, because it looks like they look like a team that are close to slipping up again.
Yeah. I mean, Mark just touched on it. The biggest disappointment is we just don't seem to have any control in the football match.
It's like passing a fucking parcel round, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm going to touch on what Ricky said as well. Like in terms of it's so fucking boring, man. It's so boring. It's side to side. It goes to Kanate, to Van Dijk, out to the fullbacks, back to McAllister, back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk then hits a diagonal, then it comes back. It's just it's so repetitive and so boring. And the only time we scored, the only time we looked half decent against Wolves is when Jeremy Frimpong decided, fuck this for a laugh. I'm not going to pass it and play a 1-2. I'm going to take the ball down. I'm going to take a couple of players on the box. And it's the same with Hugo Ekitike for the second goal. Lovely bit of skill, flicks it round the defender, drives at the defence, puts in flow, 2-0. And, in that 5 minutes, it's the football that us four, especially, watching Liverpool over the years, it's what we're accustomed to, man. But we don't do it enough. And, watching football all my life and played it and, watching my son through academy levels and stuff like this, what I would say is that when a team is playing so slow, it allows the opposition to just get all back into shape, very easy to defend, and then they can, and everyone's catching us on a counter attack, and then we panic, we give a set piece away, and we're giving set pieces away as goals. It's just a mess, mate, and it's repetitive. It's like rinse and repeat. And like you said, we start off on New Year's Day, 2026. I'd like someone to show me some stats of how many wins we've had in 2025, how many losses, how many goals we've conceded. Because I'm pretty sure we're like mid-table fodder in that 2025 calendar.
I did it. Yeah, bear with me a sec, right? I wrote it all down not long ago, actually. If I can fucking find it. And it was like, it was obviously all the wins and stuff in 2025. And it was quite wins to defeats, to be fair. And I probably now they've edged it a bit more, with regards to a couple of wins. Can't actually find. Yeah, so I had it down as this. This is up until the, where is it? This was to the Man City game. that we got beaten. So up until then in 2025, we'd played, that was 16 games, right?
Yeah.
If that's correct. Let me just see. Yeah. So out of them 16 games, what was it? I don't know if wait, have I done this fucking wrong?
You'll probably, Ben, you'll probably find that it was 50-50 with wins and losses. Or maybe losses might have even just edged it, to be honest, with that horrific run we went on, a month or so ago. But I just want to see how many goals you've conceded and stuff like that. The chances.
I had it wrote down. I can't find it, but I'll get it. I'll get it.
Yeah. I mean, we had, us four in general, we had a discussion in the summer when I know we were playing pre-season matches, but I was seeing this from last season, and I was saying to you guys, I'm worried about the amount of chances that opposition teams are creating against us. And it just seems to have spiraled. It's got even worse now because now we're conceding a lot of these goals and stuff. I know it's set pieces a lot, but Wolves talking about the Wolves game, Ben. I mean, at 2-1, they could have easily made it 2-2 after about 3 or 4 minutes when Conor Bradley done a tackle on the edge of the 6-yard box with someone running in the box by himself. And the thing is with the Gravenberch, you mentioned the Gravenberch thing, yeah? All right. Gravenberch shouldn't be scoring goals, man, if he's going to be our number 6. It's great to see him scoring goals, but what the fucking hell? What the fucking hell is he doing in the fucking 6-yard box when fucking Frimpong is putting that back? That should be like a Flo Wirtz or a fucking a Curtis Jones. The Everton game was clear evidence that Arne has moved away from that number 6 role for Gravenberch when he turned around and said, "Oh, I've been asked to go more forward in a game." Well, hold on a minute. If you're asked to go more forward in a game, then who the fuck is covering you, mate? It's just things like that, and we're so open.
Someone you said to me today, he's trying to be PSG, and he all fucking moving around.
100%.
So boys, I've got you here, right? So up to the West Ham game. In 2025, we played 49 games.
I don't know why the fuck I said 16.
He's won 25, drawn 6, lost 18.
That's a lot, man.
We've scored 85 goals and conceded 64. This is up to the West Ham game.
Wow. 64 goals, man.
That's not even Rodgers shit levels, though.
And that's without conceding 2 to Sunderland or 1, whatever it was.
And there was 3 to
Leeds game.
To Leeds, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Was that after all?
What it was, actually, I know back now what I'd wrote down. So, Rick, how many defeats did you say then?
So he's got 18 defeats.
Yeah, so you'd gone 2 games extra than what I'd wrote down. Man City was 2 games before West Ham. I think it was in the defeats. And I had that, I think it was 7 out of the 16 games Liverpool conceded 3 or more goals. That's
terrible,
a worry.
man.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's that shit just hard to shake up. Just want to say though, quick, just before I go into it more, Millie, we'll come back to Aaron Briggs in a little bit. We'll just keep on the Wolves game for a minute, but we'll come back to your comments. Rick, where are you at then? Yeah, well, I just want to say, look, for all the negativity, there's a certain player that is massively stepping up. Florian Wirtz.
Yeah, that's because he's being allowed to do what he wants to do now, and he's not stuck in one position. He struggled in a 10, which when he's thought it was the system that we were setting up within games, and the non-existent 2 wingers that he had with him in Gakpo and Salah. So he's having to do their job as well as his own. There's a plane outside, mate. That's all going off. But I mean, he stepped up massively. He got his first goal in the league the other day. People that doubted him, listen, we all make jokes in the group and stuff like that. Like I've said a few things about Wirtz at the start, but he's now turning into the player. He looks like he's bulked up a little bit. He's adjusting to the physicality of the Premier League now. He likes to get stuck in. We've seen him get stuck in. He runs around. He's not one to shy out of things. And he's massively stepping up in this team alongside Hugo. for me, it's probably them two. The only two that are looking any good.
I'd say there's more than that. I think Curtis Jones is playing well.
Yeah, Curtis Jones is a solid player. But them two, they're winners. They'll go win you a game. And they've done that recently. So long may it continue. But yeah, Wirtz is class, man. Like, I don't want to see him stuck out on that left, though. Like, I want him to play more central, but it ain't going to work under slot because slot's tactically fucking useless, if we're honest.
Look, Mark. There we go. Yeah, this fella, Adam.
Shit ass.
Shit house, lad. Fucking Rick's telling you, shitbag United.
Fucking get on here, you lad.
Come and defend your bald manager. Come on.
You know, you've just been took out by a bald fella. Mark, you know, Florian Wirtz, he's took a lot of shit. Andy, me and you have actually spoke about this a lot. We've laughed along the way. It's been fucking hilarious. But I'm not going to come to you on Florian. I want to come to you on something else in a minute. Mark, you know, he needed a bit of time, of course he did. But one thing I think the club need credit with is that getting him in the gym, bulking him up a bit, is making a fucking massive difference. He doesn't get pushed off the ball anymore, Mark. And I tell you what, if he carries on like this, lad, he will be the best player in the league, lad. Never mind just at Liverpool.
Well, yeah, I said when we signed him, I wanted to put him on the left, where he's kind of positioned as, you know, when you put the team out, he's on the left, but give him a fucking license to roam anywhere. Said that from day one. When he started putting him in the 10, it was
already come good, lads. One sec, Mark. He's already come good. It's not that he will come good.
No, what I mean is, though, but like,
no,
he was struggling at first. What?
I'm on about the comments. He's already come good.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said there. I said that. No, I think now what you're seeing with him is he's getting a run of games. He's playing in a position that he kind of knows from the Leverkusen days on the left, but he's allowed to roam. And yeah, you can see he has it. Even early on in the season, he was creating chances. We just weren't finishing them. But what you're seeing now is everything. That little drag back, with that little bit on the touchline, that little drag at the feet to get past the man. Yeah. And even Ekitike as well, you know, his build up to that was unbelievable. You know, like that little knock down the corner onto it, and then the run from Wirtz. It was. That's what I'm saying. At the moment, we're playing shit, but we've got so many quality players who can bring quality moments into a game. Is getting us through this. But yeah, I think Wirtz will be. Yeah, he's definitely going on. We all know he will be. He will be. We've just got to match it now. We've got to be there next season in the top fucking end of the Champions League. We've got to be fighting for the league, because players like these, they won't stay very long if you're going to start having fucking gimp managers like Slot who are just killing us. Because that's the truth. If you keep him here any longer, these players, the players are playing for themselves at the moment. That's all they're doing, playing for themselves and the fans. They're not playing for him no more. But there's going to come to a point soon where they're going to be like, you know what? It's only go so far with this fucking manager. And that's...
Well, they're here to win, Mark, aren't they?
That's it, yeah.
They're not here to fucking... They've come in big years of the career. They've come to Liverpool, you know. Liverpool had signed up massive deals, mate, with like fucking Adidas and stuff, because they're viewed upon as one of the best teams in the world, if not the best. You know, up there with the PSG, etc. You know, obviously Arsenal have crept up now. Liverpool can't afford enough here, because it comes with consequences, Andy, doesn't it? You know, we've had this chat recently. You know, obviously, I want to hear your thoughts on, you know, Ekitike and Florian. You know, and I also think, and for Frimpong and Kerkers recently started improving. He has massively started improving. I think the slander on him has been a bit over-exaggerated. You know, I think it's hard. I think Adam made a comment recently, so I will shout him out for this. This is something good he said recently. And it was that it's hard for people to... Yeah. It's hard for people to get involved with a new signing, mate, when there's so much loving to the previous one, i.e. Robbo. But I think a lot of the new players, mate, they really are coming through now.
Yeah, no, definitely. Listen, I mentioned it, the two bits of brilliance in the Wolves game were just from, you know, how good, you know, individually we've got players like Flo Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike that can make things happen. But, you know, this is you know, just quickly touching on that Wolves game where Mark was mentioning and Rick about Flo Wirtz being out on the left. You know, everyone in the world can see when Florian Wirtz has got the football, something happens. So Arne Slot in the second half doesn't involve him at all in the whole of that second half. He wasn't as influential as he was in the first half of that match. You need to get these guys playing on the ball all the time because they're going to make something happen.
Constantly give him the ball in the middle of the pitch.
Just give him the football, man. Give him the football. He's going to make something happen. And the thing is, he wants the ball all the time. That's what I love about him. He got so much shit and stick through just people that are just clueless. They got no idea about footballers and how good they are. And some Liverpool fans as well. I was having arguments with Liverpool fans, mate, who are questioning Florian Wirtz, mate. You don't know football if you're questioning a footballer like that. He's an outstanding football player. Yeah. Everyone can see when he gets the ball, he makes things happen. Yeah. And Arne Slot is not getting the ball out to him enough, especially with that second half against Wolves. I felt Wirtz was non-existent in that second half. And in terms of Hugo Ekitike, he's another one that can just make something happen out of anything. And that is what I don't know if it was. I think it was Mark that said it. That's what's getting us through games. It's not the way we're playing football. It's just bits of individual brilliance that are getting us these goals and stuff like that. Just quickly on Frimpong, we've not seen him enough in it. So, that was his first start since
coming back in, mate, didn't he?
Yeah, it's his first start since August, right? And he's a player. See, this is Kirkes. I'm a little bit 50-50 on Kirkes. I think he's got the potential to be an outstanding fullback, but I think he's got a bit of Albo Moreno-itis in him, man. He does some crazy.
I've said that a few times.
Yeah, so the other day, the first goal when Ekitike does that lovely little turn.
You're on about the running towards the ball.
Yeah, he nearly bumped into Ekitike, mate. He nearly took the ball off him and bumped into him, and I just think what are you doing there? You shouldn't be there, mate.
I thought he got caught off by surprise how good the skill was, and
Ekitike
but Mark,
Ekitike lost it.
I think he thought Ekitike was passing it to him, and he was running onto it, but obviously he didn't see Ekitike spin round.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Mark, what is he doing there in the first place? He's a fullback, mate. Go and hug the touchline and give us width. Yeah. Why are you running?
Got any width.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you running in that same channel as Hugo? And it's just things like that with
that comes with the culture, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what?
Answer your questions there quick.
Go on.
Yeah, go on, Mark.
When you were saying about before, I want to ask you this because you've said this a few times on Twitter, X, whatever you call it these days.
Yeah.
And you were saying that we drop off and we can't get the ball to Wirtz. Do you think that this team's fit?
No, I don't.
To go off, you're looking at the likes of Ekitike after 75 minutes on.
Yeah.
Against Wolves, he was gassed out. It nothing to do with these players. Obviously, Wirtz as well. I think Wirtz struggles to get around the pitch as much, create, get into space for the ball.
Yeah.
I think that's what's lacking. I think the last 20 minutes of a game is where that extra fitness that you're getting on the training ground is not there. And I think that's why the drop-off is so bad and the football is so bad because they're so shit. I just wanted to get your point because I'm sure you said something about it the other day.
Yeah, I said it after the Spurs game. How is Florian Wirtz getting cramp against 9 men? He got cramp. And you're thinking to yourself, what's going on, man? What's happening with this, with the fitness at the club?
It's not like he's plays every game, 90 minutes, has he?
Yeah. And you're right. And with Hugo Ekitike, I know he puts in a lot of work and stuff. Yeah, he's definitely improved in that sense where he's off the ball work has improved. But even he's getting cramp after 70, 75 minutes. The other day, what game was it, Mark? I think it was a Spurs game. I think before he scored his goal. In fact, I think he went for a sprint down the touchline, and you saw him hobbling away. And then we put the cross in the box and he scored the header. But you're looking at that and you're thinking, what are we doing at training, man? Or is it because
tic-tac-toe
yeah.
Don't you see the videos and you're thinking this is a fucking top professional football team?
Yeah,
and they're playing sick and man-ups.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, it's madness, mate. And I really don't understand. I don't know whether they've changed because of last season, where around March time, our fitness levels dropped off big time. I don't know whether they've changed the way now we want to attack the second half of the season and become even fitter and stronger. That remains to be seen. Do you know what I mean? Ben, you're on mute.
Sorry. He's doing it like a slower fucking process, isn't he? He's trying to But you know what though, Andy? The one thing that pissed me off as well is I know we did run out of gas against Wolves from about 65, 70 minutes. And I'm there thinking to myself, we've just had a week off.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But I've questioned it, Mark, I've said it to you. The training thing worries me. You don't see them fucking blitzing around, you know what I mean? High intensity and shit like that.
Yeah.
Did you see that video? Sorry, see that video of them doing the fucking where they all stand in a circle passing the ball?
Yeah.
Did you see how shit it was?
I know, it's terrible.
Slow. I was thinking, where's the intensity in the passing?
Yeah.
Professional footballers. It's like they can't be asked, or they've been told not to overexert themselves.
Says it all. If you watch the inside training video, it's all about Frimpong making jokes and players laughing and throwing tennis balls around. They don't do proper training. That's what we've kind of been saying, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I don't know if you guys saw it. It was on about a month ago. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
I watched this when he's doing the
podcast. He said the training was actually harder than the games, but it was because of that training that we were just so fit in games and we used to overrun teams. Arne is this. We've said it before, Ben. Ben, me and you have spoken privately about it. It's almost like he's tried to create this European PSG-esque football team. The problem is, though, Mr. Arne Slot, is that this football team plays in the fucking Premier League, mate. Not in the fucking French league, where you're playing against Metz and fucking all these crappy fucking French teams, all right? You're playing against teams that are fucking full intensity. And I mentioned this to you, Ben, the other day, after we finished watching the Leeds-Sunderland game. We were on the private chat. I turned around and said to you, that intensity from Leeds, they're going to fucking blow us out the park, mate. Right? The way they close you down. Listen, they're not a brilliant football team, and we saw it when we played against them.
Intensity, hard work can pay off, Andy.
Hard work. And you know what? It was, although that fucking idiot Kanate made a big mistake in that game at Ellen Road, their fitness levels were so far superior to ours in that last 20, 25 minutes. Right? We were lucky, mate. We could have ended up losing that game again. Right? And you've got a question, Arne, here. What are you doing at training? And this is why I just mentioned before. Are you thinking about last season now, where our team dropped off mentally and physically, and we were lucky that everyone else was shit, which is why we won the Premier League? Are you now changing your ways to give us a bigger challenge in the second half of the season? It remains to be seen.
Too late now, though, isn't it?
But
We've
now,
got too many points.
I was just going to say to you, but so much damage has been done now, it don't fucking matter. Do you know what I mean? The only chance we have of a trophy now, for me, is obviously the domestic cups. Well, the domestic cup in the FA Cup and the Champions League. You know, if you've built this so-called European side, let's have a look at you in Europe when we get to the latter stages. And let's see if the fitness is different to last year.
It's going to be interesting that, I do think he's gone more of European style. I do think he has. Because in the European games, you can have them like troughs, can't you? Where you go intense, slow off, and go again. Rick, in the Premier League, it's so hard to do that because the teams are relentless. You just, for instance, we're coming up against the Leeds side, in a few days. They will, first and foremost, they're going to be told by their manager, get after them. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how I would expect any team to go and play Liverpool, especially when they're under the caution notch. It's the same way when we go to the Emirates, I want to see Liverpool going after them. Get after, because sometimes teams at home, they don't like it when teams put it on them. And I definitely think that is a tactic that a team that leads, or for instance, Rick, that will cause Liverpool problems. Now, big problems, because it puts you under pressure. I do agree, mate. I certainly agree with the two lads. Liverpool don't look fit. Whether that is something they're trying to use to their advantage in the second half of the season, we'll find out. Maybe that's going to be the identity of this team. Could be a late bloomer. if that's the case, he's following suit from what PSG
The
did.
thing is, though, you can do that if you're PSG and you're pissing the league. You know,
Oh,
you're going to
what?
piss the league. You can slowly build up, preserve your energy, and then go full tilt in at the second half of the season when the business end comes of it, when the Champions League games are every week. You know, you that's where it makes sense. But in this league, I'm telling you now, from like 10th place, they could win that fucking French league. That's how good this league is now. That's how strong it is. You can't go into a game and play football for 45 minutes and then come out the second half and go, right, we're just going to take it easy now and knock the ball around. The difference is, if Slot's trying to play like PSG, you need to go and get a whole brand new midfield, because not one of these midfielders wants to get on the ball and play football and
The only
control
one
the
there who
game.
does,
That's
Mark,
our
is
problem.
Curtis Jones, isn't it?
But that's it. But Curtis Jones on his own is just not
Yeah.
enough. Gravenberch is like a hot potato. McAllister fell off a cliff. You know, Wirtz is too far up the field to get involved in all that. So you need to start looking at your midfield. If you want to play this certain style and you're fucking creaming your pants over PSG, get the players in to play that way. Otherwise, go back to what we know. What God is doing in the first half of in 2024, and then something changed then from there.
But you say playing like a European team. We were an Inter Milan loss away from going out. So there's no planned European football, because we played well against Frankfurt. They shipped loads of goals even in the German league. They score a lot.
To be honest,
Marseille will be hard next in January.
Early on in this Champions League, though, lads, you don't need to go all out like we did.
No, you don't. But the PSV game fucked the whole script up.
Yeah, you need to win your own games.
Yeah, and so that the Inter Milan away results basically bailed him out with a PSV at home result. Because we're more or less now secure in the playoffs situation.
I actually fancy us though in that Marseille game.
Can I just say, in terms of the Inter Milan game, boys, I don't know about you lot. I mentioned it. I felt in that game it was the most secure and balanced we looked in terms of how we controlled it. I just felt in that game, if you had maybe a Frimpong instead of Joe Gomez, I think would have been a bit more threatening. And it's just crazy to think that we actually looked very good, very balanced. We never looked like we were going to concede in that game. I felt we dealt with them. That was a team that won 28 in a row at their ground. So it was a difficult place to go. And then he's just gone away from that again. He's just gone away from that system. I
don't think
you can't play like that every week, though, Andy. You can't play like that at home against Wolves. It's just
that's why there's frustration, because you said, and the low block situation, and I do think he's going a European route with this team, but you cannot play like that you could go and do it probably at City when you're fucking under the caution notch. I get that. Maybe Spurs, if them games have always, I know the shit, and we've just said that, but we've conceded loads of goals in that fixture, haven't we? Over the years, over the years, you could say the Old Traffords, even though they're shit, they step up, don't they? So you could understand Liverpool trying to keep it tight. Certainly at the Emirates, do you know what I mean? I think we struggle with teams like them who are well drilled. Liverpool like a messy game, don't they? Where it just gets a little bit of space opens up, and in that Arsenal game, it's probably not going to be much space there. Fucking horrible as well. Do you know what I mean? But Rick, Liverpool are, they've had a few injuries and whatnot, but it is what it is. Teams have had injuries. Declan Rice tonight's out for Arsenal, but Liverpool have got to, dust themselves down and go and have, like Andy said, go and have a positive 2026. Nothing's decided yet. I'm not saying Liverpool are going to win the league. They certainly can win something this year.
I just want to see us go out there and be confident and play decent football and get 3 points. We're in a top 5 race. There's no debate about that. We're in a top 5 race for Champions League. Do we get it? I think we're better. Listen, how shit we've been, we're 4th. So the teams around us are shit. But I'm seeing people saying, if we win an FA Cup and get Champions League football, it's a successful season. No, it's not. You spent 450 million. You won the league last season. You should be going back to back. So it's not a successful season. It might be an FA Cup and a Champions League place that will keep his job at the end of the season. That would be the only thing for him. But you know, I don't, like we've lost Isak. We need a set. January transfer window is going to be telling if they back this manager for next season. Like I get, if we just get a centre back, that's telling. That let's be honest. If we don't bring an attacking player in, they don't trust Slot.
I don't know if it's about trust with the forwards. I think more centre half me is the big one because
easy though. It's easier to bring a centre half in,
but not at Liverpool.
I think it's harder to bring an attacking player in under Slot.
There's fucking one available now.
What, Semenyo?
Yeah.
He's shown City.
Yeah. There's a player available right there now.
But do players want to come and play under Slot?
They're playing for Liverpool, Rick.
I get that. But then if, say they go to the club, is Slot going to be in charge next season after watching us this season and the football we play? Why would you want to go there?
Rick, if I was the fucking...
You be honest, right? Do you think
one minute.
Be asked about Slot?
One second, minute. Do you know if a fucking player said anything about Slot, Liverpool should be saying to him, shut the fuck up.
I get that. We've done that under Klopp.
We've
done that under Klopp. We've said to players in the past under Klopp, do you want to play for this club and not the manager?
That's the difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Klopp was Liverpool, Slot is not. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I just can't see top players wanting to come and play under Slot, regardless of it being Liverpool Football Club. Why would you?
Well, if they've got half a brain, they probably know he's not going to be here long term, don't they?
You'd hope so.
It's just, to be honest, lads, any player down it, just fuck off then.
100%.
We'll play for Liverpool Football Club. If players like Isak and all that willing to tuck the fucking thing now, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I get what you're saying. I'd be more if they don't bring a centre half in for the manager, right, Vic, then I'd get it. That's a telling factor for the manager.
Yeah,
the forward one, I can deal with that.
I hope when Slot goes, someone leaks the conversation he had with Florian Wirtz in the summer. I'd love to know why Harry persuaded him to come to us.
It was easy though, wasn't it? He had that league title to back up. But I'm telling you now, most players are not asked about, I think 10% is the manager, if they're a bog standard manager, which he kind of is. It's more about the money, the size of the club, and what they're in competing for.
Where they're going to go.
Fact of the matter. It doesn't matter. I don't think Wirtz and Isak and Ekitike are under their fucking... they don't think, oh yeah, he's going to be here for 5 years. They don't. They think about what they're going to be doing for 5 years, not the manager. Szoboszlai, McAllister. Do you think that they were coming in knowing that Klopp was thinking about fucking jibbing it?
No.
We all knew he was going to go within the next 2 years, but he went a year before.
We were shocked how quick it went, and we fucking said, Mark, fuck me, they must be like, wow, do you know what I mean? Because it happened so fucking...
But they're under no illusion, though, that he was not going when they signed that 5 or 6 year contracts. They knew that he was going to go at some point. He'd been there nearly 10 years.
The same with fucking Cherkies and all that of the world now at Man City. They've signed for Man City. They know he's fucking going, Pep Guardiola. So, I don't know. Andy, you've been quite vocal with regards to potential signing. I think, look, the forward one, I think, for me, I'm not that arsed about the forward one because we're going to have players coming back in. Centre-half one's an issue, and I think that'll be, you'll see, if they don't bring a centre-half in, maybe they're not willing to put money on the table for him. But can I ask you a question, Andy? Because I've been wanting to ask you this. Are you there?
Yeah.
To the club, when no one was talking about, I know you've said, like, you don't think they'll give him any money. Like,
yeah.
Do you not think it makes the club better if they put something on the table for him? Because if they are going to sack the manager, they can say, we've put our hand in our pocket again. And he's still not delivered.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have got both, Ricky and you, Ben, have got fair points in terms of, what they're saying. I mean, I personally, I just don't think we bring in anyone this January. I hope that you're right and we are going to be bringing in players. I just can't see after a £450 million outlay how they're going to bring in players. I just think we're going to go with what we've got.
We don't have
I
enough.
hope- Yeah, I know we don't. It's just my opinion. For me, Mark Gay has to be already starting to put on his Liverpool tracksuit and head into Anfield and the AXA in the next week. Mark Gay has, for me, if we don't get Mark Gay in this window, I hate to say this, man, I think we're going to struggle to get in the top 4. I can't see how that defense is going to get us over the line in top 4 this season. He has to be, regardless of Arne Slot, like what you guys are saying, it's about playing for Liverpool.
Yeah.
He has to be coming in through the door in the next week or so. Beginning of January, he needs to be coming in. With the forwards, I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't go for Semenyo. I know we've had a discussion about it, Ben. I just think Semenyo is the type of player we're missing in terms of what Luis Diaz used to do for us when he used to, push the opposition back, with his pace and stuff like that and his directness. And especially now that Isak's not going to be there.
That's the question then. So in that aspect, Semenyo, you'd see it more of as a replacement for Diaz, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's better than Diaz?
Not at the moment. I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
But not at the moment. But Diaz is 29 years old, isn't he?
Yeah.
How old Semenyo now? 22?
He's like 20, no, he's like 26.
26.
Is he 20? Is he 26?
Oh,
Yeah.
26 in January. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realise he was that old, to be honest. I didn't realise.
He's fucking 22, lad. He'd be in the AXA now.
Yeah. No. Listen, I didn't realise he was that. He was that young, to be honest. That old, sorry. But
around the block, lad. To be honest,
I still think he's got the potential at a club like Liverpool to definitely go on to another level. I just like his directness and how he pushes the opposition back and fullbacks, and I just think we lack that at the moment. The only player that we really got doing that for us is Hugo Ekitike.
And Florian to an extent. They're the only
to an extent. But the problem is that Ekitike does it from far too deep, and Florian Wirtz is like a midfielder. I just think we haven't got anyone in that front line to push the opposition back, and I think that will help the way Arne wants to play. If I'm being honest, the way he's trying to play now, I think a player like Semenyo will definitely make us better in terms of pushing the opposition back. But for me, Ben, it has to be a centre half, mate. I just cannot see how Liverpool get in the top 4 with them 2 centre halves for the rest of the season. Yeah. Ibu Konate can look like fucking Franco Baresi one week and fucking Mamadou Sakho the next.
I was going to say Titus Bramble.
Yeah, mate, you know what? In fact, that's out of order to Mamadou Sakho. Fucking Titus Bramble. Yeah, like he's so fucking stupid, that guy. Some of the stuff that he does on a football pitch, I just scratch in my head, mate. I'm thinking, what
that Leeds is up there as one of the worst.
Yeah, he needed.
It's brainless. It's going nowhere, is he?
Yeah, and I just cannot see for the life of me us going throughout the rest of the season without bringing in Mark Gay, getting in top 4. I can't see it. We're going to make too many mistakes, mate, with him at the back. Look at that goal. Look at that goal on Saturday, lads. It was embarrassing, man. He started touching his head like he'd been fucking fouled, and he's lying on the floor. He's lying on the fucking floor. He could have actually made the second contact to block the shot, but instead he's gone down holding his head. It's just fucking embarrassing, mate. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be courted by Real Madrid, mate. You couldn't even get into Real. You can't even get into Real Betis' team, mate. That's how bad you are.
Well, I'll just say something on the Semenyo thing as well. Me and you were talking before, Ben. About
Semenyo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we wanted him, and I think we were really hot for him. But something's happened in the middle of November to make us back off, and I think they've got a list of targets, and I don't think he's particularly the top target. I
think they like him, but I don't think he's.
I think they like him, but he's not their top target. I think they've had encouragement from someone else, and they're prepared to sit and wait now till the summer. And I think pretty much everyone knows who that is possibly going to be. because it's been mentioned a few times. It's been on X a few times, and it's been mentioned by that French journal as well. It seems like Barcola is the one that they really want. We were looking at him in the summer.
He fits the age bracket as well, doesn't he, Mark? And
yeah, that's it. You know,
the younger player.
He's class. You know, at his age, he can get better with his finishing. But at 21, 22, I think he's even younger than that. He's just going to get better. That's the thing. And I think he needs to get away from, because at the end of the day, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, and Doué, that's a fucking fantastic front three in any world, in any realm of football. So it is hard to get into that, but we are screaming for that kind of player now, because Cody Gakpo, Salah's coming to the end of his time. And then you've got Chiesa, who's not liked, and he doesn't trust kids who are under the age of 18 at the moment, does he? So I think that's why that Semenyo thing's cooled. It's not that we've been beat by City. We've stepped aside and let City go because we want someone else who's give us encouragement in the summer.
Can I just say, Mark? I agree with you. I think we were definitely interested in Semenyo. I
think we were getting them. I think we were nearly getting them. I think that's how close it was.
One of the things I've been thinking about in terms of our recruitment is, and I think we started to see it slowly filtering in, was the front three of Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, and Alexander Isak. I think that is the plan now moving forward with Liverpool for the next gen of how we're going to play. And I really do believe, and you've mentioned it lots of times, mate, and I've agreed on X about a number 6. I think we now need to go forget going to spend big money. Even Barcola, I wouldn't go and get Barcola, and I'll tell you why. Some people don't agree with me. I think we've got a player in Rio and Goma who can get to them levels of Barcola. I really do believe that. I would
now go. No minutes though.
Yeah, but he will. He's 17 years old. He's going to get his chance.
Yeah, but with how shit.
Listen, no.
I agree with what you're saying. It's the manager.
Let me just say. I think moving forward, this Liverpool team, next 4 or 5 years, all right, has got to be the blueprint of Wirtz, Isak, and Ekitike. That's got to be like a Mane, Firmino, Salah.
Yeah, that's going to be the solid play, isn't it?
I think for me, if we're going to go and spend big money, I'll go and slap £100 million to fucking Crystal Palace and get Adam Wharton in that midfield. Okay, that's what I would do. I'll put him in our midfield, all right, and just go and build your team around them three, just how Klopp did with the front three of Mane, Salah, and Firmino. I think Ekitike, Isak, and Wirtz is a frightening opposition. Right, and just now go and build a team. Sorry, Ben. Now go and build a team behind them 3 boys. Go and protect them. Go and protect them. Build a team behind. That's what we did. That's what we did with the 3 up front. Jurgen did. He brought in Fabinho, Henderson, right, and Gini Wijnaldum, and they just protected them 3 boys up front. And what them 3 boys did, Ben, is they stayed fucking up front. And they caused fucking carnage.
Behind, weren't they?
And that's what we want to do with our 2 players. You don't go and spend. You don't go and spend 80 million and 125 million to have one of them on the bench. The plan is for them 2 to be in the team.
Well,
and then I was just going to say, and then you've got 116 million, 100 million pound behind that. Yeah. I've just read a comment there. Forget Slot.
Adam Wharton's not a £100 million player.
I don't care.
The hype of Adam Wharton's mad. I don't care.
He's a top player, mate. He's a top player, Rick. He's a top player, mate. He's a number 6. He's a proper number 6, mate.
He doesn't come in this midfield and turn it around. He does not come in this midfield and turn this midfield into...
I'm telling you he does, mate. I'm telling you he does. He protects that.
I've got Palace mates. I've got Palace mates that tell me...
Go one each, fucking hell.
I've got Palace mates that tell me he's not what everyone thinks he is. He's not that. He's not that world level. He's not. He's a good player. That's it. He's not.
How old is he?
21.
21.
So then he's not going to be at the world level, is he?
I'm not saying world level, but he's not the level everyone thinks. He's not £100 million player.
So
That's
what?
just fucking football tax, though, isn't it?
Who's £100 million
No one's
now,
£100
mate?
million player unless you can
There
pay
you
30
go.
goals a season. No
So
one
go
bar a
slap
striker.
100.
No, you don't slap.
When was the
100 million
last?
Adam Ward.
Time we bought a number 6, mate? What was our last
Fabinho.
number 6?
Fabinho.
Yeah. Before that,
Thiago,
what-
weren't it, really? What I mean?
You
15
think
mil,
Adam
that's all
Ward
you
will
need.
transform this midfield?
mate, I'm telling you now, Adam Wharton in our
He's not.
midfield would make us solid, mate. It will stop that defence getting absolutely plastered week in, week out. Get him in the
Adam Wharton's
6.
not a defensive midfielder, by the way.
He is.
Who would
What
you
is he
go
then?
for then, lads, if you're
Midfielder.
saying no to Wharton?
What is he?
I want
is he?
an actual. He's not. He's a deep line playmaking midfielder. He's McAllister. He's McAllister.
Nah, man.
So he's
He
not
wins
defensive
tackles as
midfielder.
I
well,
think he's a
mate.
better ball player.
Yeah, but
than
McAllister wins
You
tackles.
can't say
He's a very good ball player. Realistically, Liverpool need to try and find the next Fabinho, don't they? Someone who's going to be as. Do you know what is the big fuck up? I think not getting that fucking Caicedo. That's one of the biggest fuck ups the club didn't get. Can you imagine him in there?
But that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
If you want this front three to go dominate football games,
yeah,
score goals,
get Adam Wharton in.
stay up front, you need a beast of a number 6. You don't need another ball playing number 6.
Why? Who's a beast of a number 6 in the Premier League?
Exactly, to say there's a beast of a number 6, but that's the type of football player you need. You don't.
You're not going to get that. Them days are gone, mate. Them days are gone.
But then you're going
It's
to
all-
still.
What, can I jump in?
No,
on
you're
this?
not.
What I would say is,
What?
Andy, do you know he's not a destroyer? Adam Wharton's not a destroyer.
No,
He is
not.
a ball player. But when you look at the teams in the
He
Premier
reads
League,
the game, Ben.
No. I know, but one minute. You know, when you look at the two that we're going up against, right? It's only fucking Chelsea have got a destroyer in Caicedo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
City haven't got a destroyer. Arsenal haven't got a destroyer. What Wharton does is, I'm not his biggest fan, but I do see qualities of his game. I'm not going to lie. He has. I agree with Rick. I don't believe he's a £100 million player, but I agree with you, Andy. He'd definitely be a lot better than he is in the Liverpool side. You know
He
what I mean?
moonwalks into our team,
middle,
mate.
Stay in the middle of the pitch, which no one's really doing at Liverpool.
Yeah.
One thing for sure is that the way the fucking top teams are going, you've got to have someone who can fucking knock the ball around.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because like Supermendy's been outstanding for Arsenal this year.
He's not a destroyer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like Rodri was a destroyer. He's not really that anymore, is he? When he's in and out at the minute. But one thing he does
Thing is, though, you don't need a destroyer when you've got a good all-round midfielder next to Zubimendi and Declan Rice, getting up and down, doing that kind of.
Complements Zubimendi, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. I go back before, you were saying about Caicedo. I think the big one as well was Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni would have been like now. He's not 24, 25, still young. If we'd have got him 3 seasons ago, that's like the base of your midfield. And then you can have your McAllisters, your Szoboszlais, anyone you want, but he'd be. That was the biggest signing of Klopp's tenure. Fabinho completely transformed the whole team with Fabinho. You can talk about Van Dijk's and Alisson's, but as stylistically as a team, what he wanted, he needed that number 6, and he went and got him. And within, we went from losing that final in where did we lose the final? In Kiev. We looked absolutely shit in midfield. The season after, he went on to win it. We nearly won the league on fucking record points for the second team. He transformed it. It's what you're talking, one midfielder that transforms this team.
Exactly.
I can tell you 2 midfielders you take over Adam Wharton, who both will be available in the summer. Camavinga and Valverde from Real Madrid. They'll both be available in the summer. They're both double the player Adam Wharton is. Camavinga is levels above Wharton.
I don't think Valverde is, lads. I think
Camavinga is levels above Wharton.
I don't think he is, man.
They're older than him, that's why.
Camavinga is 23.
One plays for Real Madrid, one plays for Crystal Palace, mate.
I don't care. Camavinga's a better player than Adam Wharton.
Mate, listen, it's an agree to disagree. I'm telling you now.
Fight.
Adam Wharton moonwalks into our midfield. Moonwalks into our midfield. You stick him in instead of Gravenberch in that role all day long.
So you're taking Liverpool's best player out from last season that did the job very, very well.
Who said I'm taking him out?
No.
Who said I'm taking him out?
So
he replaces him in that role. Who's to say Ryan Gravenberch can't move into the 8 where he can get in the box and score goals? Exactly.
I'd take, if you were going to do that now, right? I tell you what, fucking hell. The problem is the players we've got. You know, if you were going to put Adam Wharton in the midfield,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have Gravo Mac in there. I'd have Jones and Szoboszlai fucking next to him.
But you've got options, haven't you? But what my point is you need a player like Adam Wharton that is disciplined in his role. Every time Liverpool have a corner kick, all right, or a go on the attack, we lose the ball in transition because there's no, we said it before with Gravenberch. It's all great him scoring goals. What the fuck is he doing in the box? Who's covering him? If he doesn't score that goal and they clear the ball, they've got a 4-on-2 or a 4-on-3 against us. Like everyone's been doing to us all fucking season.
One thing I was saying the Wharton thing is, I think we can go better than him, but I know what he'd bring. He wouldn't be in the fucking box. He'd be out of the box, wouldn't he?
He'd be protecting your defence, mate.
First and foremost, he stands in the middle of the pitch with the midfielders side to side of him. But as I say, do you know what? Just before we go, I want to talk about. I want to come to Rick on this. Let him start off. Rick, Mark, let's break it down a notch. I think Liverpool have moved away from bringing a forward in January. It looks like. I agree with Mark and I agree with Andy. They've definitely liked him. There's something obviously not turning them on for them to go for it because release clause and 65 million, they can afford that. Click of a finger. We can all agree on that. Liverpool make a lot of money. They've obviously got someone higher up the list, in my opinion. I think it is Barcola. I think that's the one that they're looking to go for. I don't think it's to do with preventing Rio's progression, but I think Rio's a few years off from being in that Liverpool side. He's not getting anywhere right at the minute. I think Andy will agree with that. I know for people that don't know Andy's family, obviously know Rio's. So he's a big fan of Rio, which is understandable. The kid's got talent. Right now, with the manager's situation, he's not going to get a fucking chance, is he? And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. When you're under the cosh, you don't go looking to the kids. But Rick, defensive midfield is something that the club have to massively look at. Mm. I don't think Palace are going to bow down to Liverpool in January, though, for Mark Gay.
No. Palace will not deal with Liverpool after that Mark Gay stuff in the summer. Liverpool might not want to deal with Palace. Centre-back's more important than any other position on the pitch because we all saw Leone. He looks a very, very, very good talent. But obviously that ACL might set him back 1 or 2 years in progression, depending on what happens next season with him. Konate's off. He's shit anyway. Like, listen, I was worried that we'd lose Konate. Like, I was like, oh no, we can't lose Konate on a free lull. Listen, I'd fucking drive him to the airport. He's dog shit. So which leaves an aging Van Dijk, who for me has been I'm going to call it out as well. He's been a disgrace recently. I see someone tweet that the club should be starting to question, is he the right man for the armband in terms of performances on the pitch? I'm not saying I agree with it, but there's someone put Twitter out saying that his performances ain't merited leadership. The goal for Tottenham was a disgrace that we conceded between him and Konate. It's fucking tragic. I think we need 3 centre-backs in this club, whether it be some in January, then some in the summer. 3's a must. Gomez is a prawn cracker. I think he'll be at the door.
He needs to go, yeah.
I think you'd be lucky to get 5 mil for Gomez in the summer or someone who's willing to take a risk.
You let him go.
No, yeah. Gomez will be gone. Konate will be gone. So that's 2 gone out the door.
You need one on top of that anyway.
Yeah, you don't know how Leone is going to react to coming back. In the Premier
League, you cannot be putting pressure on that kid.
Listen, an ACL injury is bad enough, but to come back in a league like the Premier League, the high intensity of the league, the speed of it with an ACL, we see Van Dijk come back from it. So he's got to come back. So yeah, so I think we need 3 centre-backs minimum, a midfielder.
Forget about the summer though, Rick. How many do you think they sign in January?
None.
You don't think they sign anyone?
If they do, it'd be that Aldanez or whatever he's called, the centre-half.
Joel O'Donnell, I think.
Yeah, because of the price, it's 20. I think it's 24 million. His release clause.
You know what? If you're paying 25 million, whatever it is, you'll be getting a lot of player for the price.
He looks at. Listen, we can all look at YouTube videos and clips of someone looking like fucking prime Maldini at centre half.
He's got yeah,
100%. But like all I've seen is clips of him, so I can't say what type of play. I've just seen video clips of him. Fucking absolute unit and knocking people off the ball, but
maybe that's what Liverpool fucking need, though, Rick. Someone who's
listen. We're too nice of a team. We need someone who's fucking nasty. Like,
there you go.
Who's the last nasty person we've had in our team? Fabinho weren't nasty. it was only at the back end of his career where
No,
he
but
started
he
to
was
tactically
he, had
foul
the job, he
people.
knew his job
Yeah.
to
The
do.
thing is,
Yeah.
those Spurs were fucking bullying us all over the park, and
That's
not
what I'm
one
saying.
player got over there and got them by the scruff of the neck and went, you fucking cunts.
We
You
need
know what I
someone
mean?
that will.
You didn't see none of that. It's all just sitting there, like, they all get up and go, they're all looking at each other like, come on, mate, wait, this
Mate,
you
the worst thing is
Van
when
Dijk's
it's
just
3
been
and 1.
snapped from the dinghy. Kirkes got fucking, like it was American footy, got through right into the stands. And not one player went up and said anything. They're all just standing back like, had he terrified? Had he been told?
Harrison,
a bottle.
When we've got 3 people around someone with a ball, how are they still coming out with a ball? Someone just fucking take him down. Like, we have no one right there.
You know what you've just said there, Rick? What you've just said there reminds me of that Man City game when they were in the corner and he fucking got out of it. And they scored from that.
It's mad.
So if you just join us, smash a like and subscribe. Like we've talked, you know, I want a one-word answer just off you two because you've spoken transfers. Mark, how many do you think Liverpool signed in January?
No.
Andy?
Oh, man. I'm saying none as well, mate. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay, I'm going to say 1. I think it'll be 1 centre half. I think Joel O'Donnell will be the one they bring in.
And then Gay in the summer, possibly.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get him out of there. I just don't think. I think Liverpool want to get him out of there. I think what I was going to say to you, Andy, before is I think they want him out of there, whether they can't. Palace are fucking weirdos, aren't they? You know, that fella in charge is a fucking bellend. And obviously the manager's a little freak, little shit.
I think what it'll take is Palace to phone Liverpool up and say, yeah, John, we'll come to the table with the deal. I think Liverpool won't go chasing it. 20
million, Liverpool will give them it. No problem at all, because they want Mark Gay. And Andy said, I massively agree with him. He's a transformation signing. It allows Liverpool so much luxury and freedom. And to be honest, he goes in the team fucking like that. He's fucking brilliant.
That left back.
He would. Liverpool want to play. Fucking if Kirkes and Robbo was form, he could play left back and slot in. So they go to a 3 lads, and because he's doing that now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of them.
I think some of the best teams in the world at the moment are playing with 3 centre backs and a full back.
Yeah.
So
Arsenal are playing with fucking 4.
Give them the flowers. They're not great on the eye, but they're a well set out team. Arsenal do it. City have done it for years.
Start you.
Shithouse.
Yeah. Like, I just
got onto that because you were saying you go on left back.
I don't know what he's fucking. That shitbag who's out on his pints again, he can fuck right off.
He's not even on the pints, he's fucking hiding in the air and covers or something. Shit house.
He's round down, he's having a scran. Fucking shitbag. Andy, I want you to start about the news today. Liverpool sack Aaron Briggs, the set piece coach. Where are you at with that? Look, I just want to say first and foremost, because I'm going to let you boys talk before we move on and wrap up the show. I understand people are celebrating it, but I think that lad's had a lot of shit on his plate. He's done a job that he wasn't a set piece coach.
Yeah.
So, to me, they've just fucking threw someone under the bus a bit.
Yeah. When I saw the news, I actually quoted Lewis Stills with just laughter because I find the whole thing hilarious how lazy and of appointment it was. You know, we touched on it before the show started. You know, this guy was a data analyst at the club.
Not a fucking set piece coach.
Right, and because the club were too lazy to go out and appoint and find someone who they should have from 2 years ago. Yeah. You know, Adam said something to me. They tried to get the fella from Feyenoord, but they couldn't get him a work permit. I mean, well, fucking get him a work permit. Do you know what I mean? What you know what is he, a fucking CIA or something? And we can't bring him into the fucking. You know. But my point of the matter is that I'm laughing because it's just a proper lazy appointment by the club, and it's fucking come and bit him in the arse because we are now. It's karma, mate. When you fail, there's a little saying: "Fail to prepare to fail," and that's what we did with this year. And now that's come back and bit us in the fucking arse because we are the worst team, not only in the Premier League, by the way, in fucking Europe with set pieces, and that has come to bite Liverpool right back in the arse. And now they need to fucking sit down, get their heads together, and go and appoint a fucking set piece coach that symbolizes Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, we're a big fucking football team. A top set piece coach would want to come to Liverpool Football Club. Do you understand what I mean? They need to go and do that now. And I agree with you. I feel sorry for the fella. You know, he was probably had a nice pashy job doing fucking data analysis, and then Arne walks in with his shiny fucking head and says, "Oh, by the way, you're going to be my set piece coach starting from today." And the guy's probably sitting there thinking, yeah, he's probably thinking,
"Fuck." Points him on the back of one. They scored one goal.
Yeah.
And
fucking
it went from there. Then, do you remember?
Yeah,
someone put a picture up of that Ruben Peters saying, because our players weren't getting injured. They said, he was the constant routine, and since then, with injuries.
And it was Anfield sector. He put a fucking picture.
It was.
The minute he put on Ruben Peters, I think fucking we had an ACL the next day. The fucking everyone's honestly, mate. Just don't talk, man. Don't fucking talk. Don't say shit. You know what I mean? But I Ben,
this year, mate, has fucking been torture.
Yeah, but Ben, I agree with you and all of you because you all said it. I think it's a shame that this guy has been made the fucking scapegoat for the club's poor fucking planning. Poor planning.
I just want to say on Somebody LFC, you know, again, cheers for the comments. Look, if you just join us, smash like, subscribe. He says, do we have scouts in this football club? Lads, we've got some of the best scouts, and we'd all agree on that. Look at the players Liverpool bring in, and even during Klopp's tenure, they very rarely get it wrong. They've got some of the best scouts in world football. Hence why you see Man City and all that trying to bring them in. Do you know what I mean? Because they know Liverpool. Yeah. Liverpool are some of the best at finding talent in the market. Hence you've seen Liverpool have the best success between 30 and 50 million. Hamza's in the house. Big up Ben, Ricky in the panel. Have a good New Year yourself, lads. Tash loves you having a rant, Sandy. Brilliant. Made me laugh. We've certainly come back with a bang, and we haven't even started the new fucking year yet. Rick, with regards to Aaron Briggs, I'm a bit like thingy for him, you know, bit feel harsh for him. He's not a set piece coach. He's took the flak, and I think the manager's had to fucking change something. He will not be the last, Rick. He will not be the last. While the manager is here at the minute, you know, I believe from little things I heard he was going to go. So things have changed with Mo Salah kicking off and what have you, and blah, blah, blah. Maybe I don't believe the club want an interim, Rick. So they're going to keep him until they've got a solid plan. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. But Aaron Briggs, he's been the one that's gone first. But ultimately, the fucking set pieces are terrible. That's how, you know, I understand the managers had to get rid of something, man.
Yeah, the wrong person went though. It should have been Slot. But if they've got rid of that set piece coach, that's what I'm saying. Van Bronckhorst needs to go. The geezer's a statue. What's he actually doing?
He'll be gone next, Van Bronckhorst. Yeah.
It's like, and I'm seeing as well, James Pearce tweet, I think the set pieces are going to be spread out over Slot and a few other coaches.
Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked then even more.
I think, to be honest though, so it should fucking be. It should be spread out between them all.
They're in no rush to sign a set piece coach. They're going to pass it out between Slot and the coaches.
I have never heard though. I'm sure you boys agree. I've never heard so much talk from a top club about fucking set piece coaches.
Oh no. It's embarrassing.
About it. Only Arsenal's because they are so fucking full of themselves. It's ridiculous. They've got the little knobhead on the touchline and shit.
Did you see Villa, the fucking that fella with the long hair?
Gandalf.
He's there on the stool. Sitting there on the stool next to the name. I went, look at him there. Austin, I think his name is also. He's sitting on the stool. As soon as he goes out for the corner, he moves back and he's in front like going.
I can understand it with Arsenal, right? But one thing's for sure is, don't just think that set piece coach has full say. Arteta is obsessed. He is obsessed. And, you know, we've spoke about it a lot. I think he's a top coach. I know his football's not great at the minute. I think that he's just developed with the league. But one thing for sure is he is obsessed. They're the best little team in the league, though.
Yeah. Would Mikel Arteta put McAllister to sign to fucking stand next to Dan Burn in a fucking on a corner? Honestly, mate, the minute that was done, that's when someone should have been sacked.
That's when you know that Arne Slotter's been having a say on these fucking set pieces, lad, because it's still carried on.
Yeah, because Briggs went there, was he?
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Briggs has been here recently in the States. Same shit's still fucking happening. The smallest man on the biggest player. So I think that's what, you know, some people haven't cottoned onto it, you know, but Obviously, Arnie Slot's been having the same, but it's on him now. You know,
Lads, just get on LinkedIn. Liverpool put jobs on there all the time, mate. The set piece one was on there last season. I'm sure it was.
It was.
Oh.
There was a few.
Yeah.
So they were after the, that Will Spearman.
Yeah.
They were after someone under him. They put that out on the actual on Twitter. They put like, we need someone to come under Will Spearman to help him out.
Yeah. Is it? I don't know, man. I mean, I've said it to you before. I don't understand how a team with, the height of Van Dijk, Kanate, Gravenberch, Gakpo, Szoboszlai, Bradley, all. I don't know how we're fucking conceding so many, mate. I just think it's
scared to head of the ball.
It's a fundamental flaw in the coaching, in what we're doing in training. Instead of throwing tennis balls at each other in training and fucking running around in circles, playing fucking, dancing dollies and shit like that. Fucking get on there and fucking get your tall players to fucking head the ball away. And if they miss it, then get second contact.
Can I just say, what is so hard about having your tallest man mark the tallest man in the box?
Exactly.
You pick your man, you get told before the game, right, you're on him. That's your man. Every set piece, you stay on him. I don't give a shit if they're doing this big line and they go short and all that. It is what it is. Sometimes you get caught up by that, but whatever happens, I remember we've all played footy at an amateur level. Maybe I'm not sure, but I always remember my man saying that to me and go, see that, because I was the tallest. See, you're on him. You're on the tallest lad. And then he'd be like measuring them up, going like, you're on him, you're on him, you're on him.
Yeah.
Stay on him.
even it out,
That's all you need. That's all. Why does it take a fucking set piece coach to do that? It's basic football. It's basic. Stick on that man.
Fucking scored off it.
Mate, the worst one though is you go to Van Dijk, right? You're a free man. As soon as that ball comes in, you just go for it. He don't even do that. He just stands there. Like, just go attack the ball. You're the biggest geezer we've got.
I know, but that's because they've been told to do that.
They're told to do it. Huh? They're told to do it. I'll go back to the Newcastle game. What cunt decided that McAllister was going to win a fucking header, right, against Dan Burn?
7 foot fucking Dan Burn.
To be fair, though, it was still
sorry about
the
swearing. Sorry about the swearing, but seriously, who decided that? Whoever decided that should have been sacked then and then. You know what I mean? In fact, I wouldn't have put him on the coach on the way home. You get a cab home, mate, because that was a shocking plan.
You know what? I remember watching that game, Andy, and 3 times he'd had 2 corners first.
Yeah, he nearly scored before.
He fucking scored,
Yeah, and it's just things like this that make me think, what's going on, man? What is happening here? Why is Van Dijk not being the lead? At the end of the day, when we are attacking corners, Van Dijk, 7 out of 10 times, he's always winning the ball because he's attacking it. So why can't he go and attack a corner that we're defending? I don't understand it.
I think Van Dijk's the best in the air, lad. He's so dominant.
Exactly.
Even when we get corners, you might as well just give it a fucking go.
He's doing the zonal marking though. He's probably zonal, and he's having the little players on the runners. That's the way I see it. He's standing in the position, isn't he? He picks up in position, not the man.
Yeah.
So if that ball's not coming into his position, he's not going to go for it, is he? He's obviously getting told to do that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're not set piece coaches, at the professional level, but Jesus, man, do the basics, mate. Like you said, Ben, do the basics, man. It's not, the Wolves goal. I'll go back to it. It haunts me, man. Yeah. Because you just saw it happening. You saw it happening, mate. You knew that they were going to score from a set piece. Because
Leeds the week before that.
Yeah, Leeds the week before. I mean,
the 3-3. That was a goal.
What the hell are they doing there, mate? Why are we not winning that? That was a flat ball in the box that went to the back post. Why are we not winning that header? It doesn't. Is it the desire? Do these players want Slot sacked? I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, you're a defender. You've got to have much more desire than that to go and win the ball.
I know Adam's watching. We've had a debate today with regards to points, blah blah blah. It is good getting the points. Liverpool have got to shape up because they're looking like, to me, they're not far away from a big slip up again. And that's the worry for me. It fucking pains me to say it because I want to see Liverpool winning. These next 3 games, it'll either be good for Liverpool or fucking disastrous. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because if they don't beat Leeds, they'll struggle in the next 2. I think we'll beat Leeds. do believe that. But yeah, it's just I'm worried about them still. You know, they're nowhere near out the wood.
Yeah, listen, Ben, I agree. You know, Leeds, I'm very worried about, and it's only because of what I've seen. You know, we've played the team that's bottom of the league that's got 2 points, and we're hanging on for the last.
It's fucking mad, isn't it?
Yeah, and we're hanging on for the last 15, 20, 25 minutes. You then play a team that had 9 men that have not been very good anyway at home. Spurs are what, 14th in the league? Are they? Yeah, you know, and you know, we're playing against 9 men. Now we're going into teams that play with a little bit more intensity than the last. Like Leeds play with intensity. If you watch Fulham, they're quite direct as well, which is what we don't like.
This is where the challenge factor, Andy. They're going to have a good run around at Anfield from Leeds, and then going into that Fulham away game. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, exactly. And then
3 days later after that, you've got Arsenal.
We're going against the best team at set pieces against the worst team at set pieces. And Ben, we're going to be at the game together for that one. I think I'm just going to do a bottle of whiskey, mate, and just hope that whatever happens. Because I'm so worried about facing Arsenal at set pieces because they are so good at them. They're so regimented in what they do.
No, it's not just about them being good, Andy. They bully teams on them.
Yeah, and we're crap at that. So what is going to happen, mate? What is going to happen there? I can see carnage there, mate. I can see carnage.
It's going to be a telling factor, but look, we've got it all for the best, and you know we'll wrap it up here. We've had a good talk. Adam saying we were sound at all. Okay. Well, Adam, he's fucking great. Adam.
He might have had a bottle of whiskey before that game. Then
whacked over his head. Fucking silly bastard. But look, we're back tomorrow. We've had a good talk today. It's been a lot, you know. As I say, we've had our Christmas fucking nights out and what have you. I'm feeling it. I'm sure you boys are as well. Obviously, we've got the new year coming up. 2025's title aside's been a fucking disaster year for me for Liverpool. As good as the title was, everything with what happened in the summer and that it took the glory away from it. It's been difficult this year, but we've got to do so much better. There's still problems for me at Liverpool. But I'm open. Look, I want to be proved right. So let's see what happens with the manager. As I say, big games coming up now. He's got a lot to prove. I think the games we've had recently, we should have been winning them all, to be honest. Unfortunately, we didn't. But we're still in 4th. Let's see how we get on. And as I say, Leeds this week, Thursday night. It's like Thursday afternoon, isn't it? That game will set us up. If we have a bad day there, fucking hell, the next 2 ain't going to be easy. Certainly in London away. So, Reds, we'll be back tomorrow. We appreciate you joining us. Adam saying 1-0. We love it. I think that is a factor as well, pre-season. And with the Jota thing, God rest his soul, I think that disturbed preparation as well. So I think it set Liverpool back. Somebody saying, big up, guys. Great show. Thank you very much. Reds, smash a like, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. The details will be out shortly. Up the fucking Reds.